Welcome on the AM News. In our first story, the special prosecutor has secured a court order allowing him to find and arrest Secretary of the defunct Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Charles Bisu. This order was secured after Mr. Bisu had failed to honor an invitation by the OSP. Lawyers for Charles Bisu have, as a result, sued the special prosecutor yet again, alleging various human rights violations. They are additionally urging the court to set aside the warrant issued for Mr. Bisu's arrest. Nana J. Bafoewa is a lawyer for Charles Bisu.
I've heard of it, but your publication has also given me an indication, has also informed me, or basically an information. I'm yet to receive proper confirmation because I've not seen it. And so, therefore, I'm still giving the special prosecutor the benefit of the doubt because I don't believe he would do that, right? I don't believe he would, disregard proper discretion, right? There are 3 pending suits against the office of the special prosecutor. Charles Bisu responded, and I heard Joseph Akakpo read it on your network not long ago, responded by saying that, look, give me time, I will come. I intend coming to see you at a particular date. Now I have a domestic emergency to attend to. Charles Bisu also said that, look, what has been able to allow him, you are only able to allow him about the question that you fail to make available to him. And you proceed to say that. And so is it proper discretion? You rather wrote to him that you thought it prudent to invite him, right? Couldn't you have waited for that 1 week? Then whatever necessitated that invitation, he says, produce that documentation to me. Why do you want to hold that documentation to your chest? Why? You see, my brother, we have transitioned from pre-1992 to 1992, to post-1992, right? Governed by the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. The tactics and the acts, right, which made us say no to the pre-1992 days, the military government, cannot become pervasive simply because of the office of the special prosecutor. In any event, the powers that the office of the special prosecutor exercises in our jurisdiction, right, is a chip of the powers of the Attorney General. Even the Attorney General will not behave that way. Even the Attorney General, the powers of the office of the special prosecutor, I emphasize, it's a chip from the powers of the Attorney General. Even the Attorney General will not behave the way the office of the special prosecutor is behaving, right? And so, my brother, we did not transition from military rule.
Well, on that same front, the Chief Executive Officer of the Minerals Commission is insisting that his outfit did not fail in the fight against illegal mining. Martin Aisi says there were interferences from the former Minister for Environment, Professor Frimpong Boateng, which stampeded their work. His comments follow the latest comments by the former minister that the Inspectorate Division of the Minerals Commission failed, a reason he had to step in to seal the lapses.
We have laws in this country, okay? So should we get up and create vigilante groups simply because, let's say, in a particular area or suburb of Accra, people have been reporting crime, and let's say they are not getting the needed response from the police, or crime is happening almost practically every day, so people should wake up and turn themselves into vigilante groups and say, because people are stealing here or people are being murdered day in, day out, so the police has failed, so will now become some kind of a gang or a group to stop crime. No, we have laws in this country. Okay, at least then it's an admission that he was overstepping his bounds. But I don't think that should be a reason. Okay, or is it a case that if, let's say, a particular institution is not working properly, somebody should just get up and say, look, we're going to fix it just like that? It doesn't work that way. I mean, the laws are clear as to who does what. So if there is anything at all, resources to be channeled into supporting that institution to be able to do its work effectively and efficiently. Now, I'm saying those resources have been provided. Okay, and things are okay. Things are moving on very well. We might not solve all the problems overnight, but at least, as I speak to the small-scale miners, they'll tell you that these days, within a very short time, they process their small-scale licensing. The processing, regime has improved significantly. Government is also assisting them with mercury-free machine so that they can stop the use of mercury. So a lot is happening.
So he's of the point that, his outfit alone cannot be blamed for the failure in the fight against the illegal mining. He says that institutions like the Minerals Commissions were part, and you cannot yank yourself from the failures. It feels that he wasn't treated fairly, and an institution like yours can also be held responsible.
Sammy, I don't believe in blame game. I'm more interested in how to fix the problem. Let me tell you this. Maybe another time we will have a discussion as to the causes of illegal mining. You realize that if you really get to understand what causes or what is responsible for this illegal mining thing, you will not be saying what you're saying.
Now, non-governmental organization Send Ghana is asking government to establish a public health emergency preparedness fund with the COVID-19 levy to fight the next pandemic. Deputy Country Director Dr. Emmanuel Eyifa wants government to use the total accumulated sum of the COVID-19 levy in 2023 as seed capital for the proposed fund. He was speaking at the University of Health and Allied Sciences Send Ghana Health Advocacy Incubator Symposium on Public Health Emergency Funding in Ho.
The symposium brought together people in academia and technocrats in the health sector to discuss the country's preparedness for a pandemic. During the discussions, it was pointed out that Ghana was not adequately prepared for a pandemic, gogging events during and after the peak of the coronavirus pandemic. Lack of experts in the realm of affairs of the health sector, infrastructure, logistics and funding were identified as major challenges which should be addressed. The Deputy Country Director of Send Ghana, Dr. Emmanuel Eyifa, advocated the establishment of a public health emergency preparedness fund to help the country strategize and prepare for a pandemic.
But for Send Ghana and for Guy, what we are suggesting rather, that establish the public health emergency fund and let us convert the COVID-19 health levy into the public health emergency levy. Because once COVID-19 levy, it is just for COVID-19. We are saying that rather let's convert that into a public health emergency levy. And the money so far that we are projecting, 2.5 billion for this year, should be used as a seed money for the public health emergency fund.
A professor of epidemiology at the University of Health and Allied Sciences, Professor Fred Binka, advised against the fund being dependent on the Ministry of Finance.
So my first advice to you is that try to find a way that when you establish the fund, practically it's not dependent on the Ministry of Finance. And I will give some examples. So he says timely disbursement of the funds is important. Otherwise, you don't go back and say the national health insurance is not working. And in this case, with a pandemic preparedness fund, we can't accept arrears. Do you know when the pandemic is coming and you are calculating arrears?
The Vice-Chancellor of the University of Health and Allied Sciences, Professor Lydia Aziato, called for proper nurturing, management and utilization of the fund.
The funding is not only for intervention when something has happened, but then the symposium should also discuss how can we use some of the funding to help us prepare, to help us detect and respond or rehabilitate when the situation has happened. So post-recovery activities.
Send Ghana has begun engaging stakeholders towards the establishment of the Public Health Emergency Preparedness Fund. Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News, Ho.
Now, the Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwesi Amoako-Attah, has debunked claims of a stalled road construction in the Kumau constituency in the Ashanti region. He says the contractor Just Hop Construction has rather intensified work by increasing the number of equipment while expanding the scope of work. Ohiming Tewia has more in this report.
The Minister of Roads in the company of Member of Parliament for Kumau, Ernest Yao Enim, inspected road construction in the area. The shop construction has been undertaking repair works, median construction, asphalt overlays, among others at Dwabing, Afijase, and Setre Kumau townships. Mr. Amoako-Attah told the Kumau is satisfied with the work rate of the construction.
You have seen the massive work being done, in Kumau itself, in all the major towns, which form part of the scope of work given to the contractor. You saw all the repairs and the media work being done and being undertaken by the constructor, right from Dwabing through Efijase to Oyoko, Dadiase and Wono, to Kumau here, to Bodomase, to Besoro, and to Raso. And you saw the many machines, on the road and on site. Even many more are being added. The contractor has even increased the number of his gangs from 4 to 6. So the work is being intensified. And I want to assure the people of Kumau that they should close their ears to what people are saying. People could sit in Accra or sit anywhere and carry on with whatever propaganda they want to undertake.
The contractors have been on site since moving in some weeks before the Kumau by-election. According to him, almost all communities in his area have been impacted positively by the road construction.
I am emphasizing this today, that the contractor has been on site. He's not going anywhere.
According to him, almost all communities in his area have been impacted positively by the road construction.
To think that the contractor has covered every community is unbelievable. The contractor has never looked back ever since work resumed for the by-election. He worked during the elections and continues to work. Every community has been covered. Bodomase, Raso, Besro, Kumau, in fact, everywhere is covered. Every community can now feel the presence of asphalt.
The Member of Parliament for Kumau, Ernest Yao Enim, assured his constituents he will continue to push for developmental agenda of the area.
The contractor has 14 months to complete all the projects within the Kumau township and the constituency. And already we are 7 weeks into the construction period. And for us, we believe that the contractor has exceeded expectations, because when you try to quantify the value of works and the percentage of completion that he has done to date is way over our expectation.
From Kumau, for Joy News, I'm Tewia reporting.
Meanwhile, the newly elected Member of Parliament for Kumau, Ernest Yao Enim, says he will prioritize the development of sustainable ecotourism in the area. The Setre Kumau district is endowed with several touristic potential, including the Wala Waterfalls, the Bomfobri Wildlife Sanctuary, and a rocky landscape, which are ideal for birdwatching, hiking, and picnicking. Ernest Enim tells Ohiming Tewia the area can capitalize on ecotourism potential to improve its lot.
The Setre Kumau district is blessed with 53-kilometer square Bomfobri Wildlife Sanctuary. It has 4 different types of vegetation, which include rainforest and woodland savanna. The green appealing vegetation is also home to nicely arranged rocks ideal for hiking. The Lionstone, Stone Bridge, Bonfobri and Wala waterfalls are all located here in the Central Kumawu district. The MP for Kumawu, Enes Yawanim, joined officials at the Forestry Commission to plant trees at the Chimboa Kodria Senior High School ahead of the Green Ghana program. Organized by the Forestry Commission, it is aimed at restoring the forest in the area with 250,000 trees.
The idea has been muted already. We'll try to see what we can do with them to try to also take advantage of what God has given to us as a district and as a constituency. When you consider our landscape and everything, you see the mountains and everything that God has given to us. In some areas within the constituency and within the district, some people don't even need air conditions or ceiling fans because God has given us, natural air. And sometimes you sit in your bedroom and it feels like so cold in some places within the constituency. So we feel that God has really blessed us with the sort of landscape and everything that we have been blessed with. My Honorable District Chief Executive has done so much in terms of our tourist sites and all that has gone into it. So what we intend doing is that I just want to compliment what he has been able to do to date.
The local assembly, with the support of the traditional authorities, has since 2017 taken steps to unlock the tourism potentials of Central Kumawu with the aim of becoming a foremost tourism destination. District Chief Executive for the area, Samuel Adair Ajekum, is hopeful the assembly will succeed in harnessing the tourism opportunities.
We've been able to collaborate with the traditional authorities to identify the tourist sites, and then through City of New York University, headed by Nana Abuafo and Professor Yaonyako, we are developing this very system, like you mentioned, the wildlife sanctuary and then the waterfalls. Where we are now is to get all of us together, to get strategic investors to come and partner us. And secondly, we know that it's not only about the waterfall, we should also get a canopy walkway so that it's going to be a multiplicity of site attractions within that very zone.
Meanwhile, the Forestry Commission says it will collaborate with the local assembly and other stakeholders to improve ecotourism. Alfred Yambeponi is the Kumawu District Forestry Manager.
Kumawu Forest District alone, we are doing 250,000 seedlings that we are expecting to plant this year for the 2023 Green Ghana project. Kumawu Forest District have forest reserves like Boomfum Forest Reserve, the Boomfum Wildlife Sanctuary, and generally the area has very beautiful landscape made up of rocks and hills and the plains. We also have a water sanctuary within the wildlife sanctuary where these places serve as very good ecotourism areas for us. We also have wild animals around in the sanctuary, and together with Forest Service Division and the wildlife park manager here, we are hoping that we can develop this ecotourism potential of the forest here in Kumawu.
From Kumawu, for Joy News, Oyinteria reporting.
Let's turn our attention now to the National Science and Math Quiz, and the Bompe Senior High Technical School left their competitors astounded as they claimed the last available spot in the Western Regional qualifiers. With a good combination of knowledge, wit, and their secret weapon, they promised to make a mark in this year's contest. Michael Ashale reports on their secret weapon.
In a spectacular show of knowledge and wit, Bompe Senior High School has managed to qualify for the nationals. Let me ask some of the students, how does it feel to qualify?
Oh, we are very, very happy. We are very happy to win this competition. Yeah, we are very, very happy.
Was it a tough competition? Would you say it was a tough competition? Would you say it was difficult?
No. They are very, very cheap. They are very cheap schools. They are very cheap schools.
See, what about you? What do you think?
This is the best competition I've ever seen. Yeah, this day. Today, now the competition that we have now, we had it now, is the best competition today.
But he says the schools are cheap. The schools are going to meet our bigger schools, arguably like the nationals.
We don't have bigger schools. We are all schools. We don't have bigger schools. We are all one. We are all human beings. What they have, we have. What they have, we have some.
So what would you tell them?
They should expect more from us. More from us.
Okay, so you just heard from some of the supporters from Bompe Senior High School. Well, for them, the nationals is nowhere to be afraid. They are definitely going to be continuing their winning streak. Well, only time will definitely tell. We'll catch up with the contestants themselves and find out how they are going to prepare to make that dream a reality at the nationals. Anthony, how does it feel?
So marvelous, because we wasn't expecting to sail through. It's all by the grace of God.
Why weren't you expecting to sail through?
Because you see, the ones who was giving us some false contests, they were trying to compete us, but God being our savior, we sail through.
I see. So it was definitely a difficult contest for you. Let me ask Adrian. Adrian, how did it go for you?
Okay, actually, I would say initially my boys did everything, but all I was expecting them to do was to blow initially so that when I come, I won't get stressed. But intentionally, it didn't go that way. But with God, all things are possible. So we made it to social.
Let's see if God will come through for you at the nationals. But Randy, what is going to be your strategy from henceforth?
From henceforth, all I will say is we are coming. We are coming.
No strategy?
We are coming.
Oh, that strategy is from God. No, there are no strategy. We can't create. It's not our strength,
But everyone has God, right?
Yes, everyone. And this is a game. And
no
one.
No one knows the hunter's secrets, though.
Yes.
Well, so they say to all the other schools at the national level that they are coming. For them, they know that they have a secret weapon, which is going to be God. But only time will certainly tell whether they will progress beyond the prelims at the national level. For Joy News, Michael Ashale.
And with almost no resources except their few textbooks, faith in God, and a month to prepare for the Bono Regional Qualifiers, Methodist Senior High and Technical School in Brekum has booked its seat at the 2023 National Science and Math Quiz. Emmanuel Bright-Kweku has more on that.
Wisdom
before riches.
Wisdom
before riches.
Congratulations to you guys. I know it hasn't been easy. This is your first time qualifying to the national stage. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel?
I'm feeling so... I don't even know how to explain this. I'm really happy.
You're really happy? So were you expecting to actually win the contest? Because...
100% sure. This year is our year.
This year?
Into nationals.
You're coming to nationals. So what should we expect from you coming to the nationals?
100%. You are coming.
We should do it.
You should tell them that you are coming.
But somebody would argue that given your performance, you had 16.
Even we have won with, let's say, 2 points now, we still have been there. We are going to improve it.
You have been training the students. They tell me you've had some sleepless nights, and today you have seen something, fruition.
As you said with their scores, that was not what I was expecting though. But looking at the time, the material that we had in preparation, I think we've done well. And being the first time of qualifying to the national is also, an additional, I would say, additional motivation, because it's never happened in the history of the school, and this is going to put the school, in the limelight, that there is also a school called Methodist Senior High in BA. Okay, technical is added. So we are very happy. We are proud of ourselves, irrespective of the score that we had. We are going to organize ourselves, form a formidable team to prepare them and meet the big schools over there.
Okay, so how many times have you actually tried severally to qualify? How many times?
Countless. I would
Since the establishment of the school.
Yes. So this year is actually a good year for us, I would say, and we are very happy.
Okay, you touch on some materials. Yeah. Is there a lack of some resources that is not happening? Tell us a bit about.
I won't go to the materials we have in terms of the student, but I'll talk about the materials we have in preparation. We need resources, a lot of resources that we need to prepare the kids, but we don't have them. Even the distance from where we are moving as tutors to the school to prepare the student is something that we cannot even imagine, because we have to travel far from your place to meet the student. You're not on campus, let me put it that way. So, we need TNT and other things. Monetary aspect, we don't have it, but we are still struggling to make, the impact. And the students need a lot of materials, having videos to watch, the previous contests and other things. It's not available. So we are actually struggling to, do something. And I think the little that we have done has yielded a result, and we are happy.
And you should tell those there that the J Squares, Godfred, we are coming for them.
Learning is better than silver and gold.
Indeed, learning is better than silver and gold. These are the guys from Methodist SHS here in Brekum. They are ready for the National Science and Math Quiz happening later in the year. From here in Sunyani, my name is Emmanuel Bright-Kweku.
Well, on that celebratory National Science and Math Quiz note, we settle for the news review. Up next, I'm joined by Joseph Akakpo, my colleague here at Joy News. We'll be right back.